I've got 3 chords. The band leader wants me to stretch. What do I play? Today we're going to answer that question with a little help from our friends, the Triads. Here I am playing this tune with World Rock Symphony Orchestra in 2024. It was a big Saturday Night Live type playoff at the end of the show. I had to keep soloing for chorus after chorus while every member of the huge ensemble was introduced and took a bow. It was harder than I thought. You can't keep playing the same minor blues lick in one position. How do I improvise endlessly but sound like I know what I'm doing? Well, you don't need all the notes, just the right ones, and this is where triads come into play. This, fittingly, is the third of a 3-part series on triads. I recommend you watch the first 2 for a primer on what and where they are. Link below in the description. Today we're going to dispense with the basics and learn how to use triads in a musically pleasing way, what's usually called playing the changes. There are basically 5 positions for each chord. This is usually referred to as the cage system. It's well covered elsewhere, so I won't get into it here. Here are the triad arpeggios of each chord in this simple D major, A major, E major progression in each position. Here we go. Now we'll connect the triads with voice leading. When the next chord in the progression comes, just play the nearest triad note in that chord without changing position. This is called a limitation exercise, and in spite of the awful name, it helps you respond to the chord changes instantly without awkward position shifts. Check it out. You may have noticed that I played the first two positions pretty straight, but as I went up the neck, I added some more strategies. Arpeggio up, scale down, flipping octaves, changing directions. This will hopefully give you some ideas of how to connect the triads of each chord colorfully and smoothly. Once you get the concept, improvise it. Feel it out. Experiment. Have fun. Remember, it's called playing the guitar for a reason. You're not doing your taxes. When you feel confident, add a metronome. It will instantly get harder. When you can do this in time without dropping any sandwiches, you have mastered the changes. As you may have noticed, the time signature of this tune is 6/8, which is convenient because 6 is a multiple of 3. So it's practically an invitation to use triads. However, you may have also noticed that if that's all you do, things get a little bit sing-songy and nursery rhymey and boring. We're playing rock, so let's put some blues back in it. We got to mix in some pentatonic language, licks and fills. Triads and pentatonics are a perfect match. Most good rock blues players go back and forth because they're really similar. Tri means 3, the 3 notes of the triad. Pent means 5, the 5 notes of the pentatonic. 3 of the notes in the pentatonic scale already form a triad. Some triad shapes tend to lend themselves better to pentatonic licks than others. Any triad shape that has a bar in it, where you play 2 or more strings with 1 finger, gives you the opportunity to add some hammer-ons, pull-offs, and slides. It's almost like your first finger is a little capo, freeing up the other fingers to add notes from the pentatonic. Check it out. The pentatonic scale is also a great way to shift diagonally up or down to another position. This gives you the opportunity to use more of the fretboard. Since we sit on E for 2 bars, that's the perfect opportunity to shift gears. You can quickly move to a higher or lower position, keeping it interesting, giving the whole thing some shape. Check it out. You can throw in a little bit of minor too, especially over the 1 chord, if you want to get a little bit greasy. But if you do this continuously over every chord, you risk sounding like a massive bell end. As rock players, we were generally never taught how to voice lead triads. Jazz players have been doing this for over a century. Why? Well, for a long time, we got a lot of validation for playing hot licks, and to be fair, some of the best rock licks have a little bit of voice leading built in. And the best rock players have elevated flashy licks to an art form. But if you can't nail the changes, all the hot licks in the world can just sound like hot air. So it's time for us to catch up. And it's hard to do this intuitively at first, but with practice, you won't even think about it anymore. The goal is to immerse yourself in the music and flow. The beauty of this approach is that it's universal. You can apply it to any chords in any combination, any tune, in any genre, anytime. There's a link to my Patreon below where you can find the tablature for this video and a more in-depth video lesson on this topic with more examples in different keys, complete with PDFs of fingerboard diagrams and tablature. If you found this helpful, sign up for my newsletter below. I'll be sending out invites for in-depth workshops for email subscribers only. And don't forget to leave a like for this video and subscribe to the channel. Peace!